grasp.
Excellent. So zoom out. Use to galaxy view. I think E is the hotkey for that.
Yep.
Where are you in relation to the Haribon Nebula and the Gammas Veil?
I am to your southeast of the Haribon Nebula.
Okay, so you can see where I am.
Yes.
So we're.
I can't see you, obviously, but if you're close to the Haribon Nebula, I know where you are.
So you are. You said you're to the southeast.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't see the star names, but we should be pretty close together. So
I'm going to explore to the north.
I am also to the southeast. So which arm are you on? Are you on the arm with the Haribon, or are you on?
I am on the arm with the Haribon. I am
okay.
very close.
So you are directly to the west of me. If you're near the Galactic Center. So
I am.
I will explore. Actually, the funny thing is, I'm gonna need to build another wormhole station to even be able to reach you. So I'm basically my home system is right across dark space. It's on the same arm that has the Dark Hopes Nebula. So we should be right adjacent to each other, but we're going to have to expand out a little bit before we can actually meet up.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Shutting down the tutorial, and let's set our research real quick.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and pick... let's see. I'm going to start out with the solar panel network for physics, so I can get a good energy income coming in. Definitely going to start with colony ships for my society research and engineering. I'll start with level 2 mining networks.
So real quick, our Twitch logo apparently still says it's the newbie stream. If we can do anything about that.
I fixed it on my end. If it might need to refresh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fixed it on his end. Might need to refresh.
All right. So for physics research, I have orbital energy conversion, global energy management, and gravitic sensors. So I am going to go with solar panel network. It's incredible for early energy credits. For society, I'm going to go New Worlds Protocol, of course.
Yep.
And for engineering, I am going to go with deep space outposts, as makes sense for a spacefaring society.
What does that one give you?
Defense platforms.
Oh, nice. Okay, that makes sense.
All right, and so now we're going to get a scientist. Have you gotten one yet? Or let's look at our scientists.
Yeah. So my scientists, I have my physics scientist is Plume of Green, who has a Spark of Genius, plus 10 research speed, Claws of Purple, plus 10 military theory, and Eyes of Indigo, who is maniacal, which can cause some interesting events.
Excellent. I have for physics Kang Hu, who is adaptable, plus 15% experience gain. Tao Dang, plus 10% research for military theory. And Anastasia Zivenkov, who is an expert in rocketry, plus 10% rocketry gain. I love those scientists for me. And my science ship is commanded by one Wilhelmina Becker, who is a careful scientist, so minus 10% anomaly fail risk. That is fantastic.
My science ship officer is Plume of Yellow, who is a roamer, plus 25% survey speed. So he has the wanderlust. He is a proud Yasha wanting to explore the galaxy to its fullest.
All right, sweet. Are we ready to unpause?
Yeah, I'm just gonna queue up my. That's my military fleet. Queue up surveying my home system, and let's unpause it. We'll start on normal speed for now, because we are focusing on the narrative, of course. That is our primary goal here. One of the nice things about Wormhole, that big yellow circle, you can explore pretty far out from your home planet right off the bat.
You sure can.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage to Wormhole, I would say.
I begin to survey Mars for the first time with my Marco Polo class science ship.
Yeah, let us know if you get any cool events, and
of course I will.
I don't know why my construction ship. Oh, because I told it to. I was like, what is my construction ship doing?
One of the largest challenges in the early game is getting a decent economy base from your home system, and a lot of that comes down to chance.
So here is you guys all know what the Sol system looks like, but here is the Aethirova system. Ayal is actually a tundra moon orbiting the gas giant Fushu's Rest. I'll probably change a lot of these names. It's the second moon of this gas giant. And there's another smaller barren one called Ruki that is a little bit further in. There are a couple other... There's a very close asteroid belt, which hopefully has some mineable asteroids on it. And then there's a huge gas giant, like, really close to the sun. I think that's astronomically problematic, but this game is not designed to be 100% scientifically accurate. We've got this small toxic moon called Clave, similar to Venus. Catan is this other ring world out here with a barren moon called Travu. I'll be renaming all of these probably in between streams to something more appropriate to the narrative. We've got a lot of gas giants with a lot of moons, not a lot of independent rocky planets. Here's Tritita. That's
An encounter in Sol. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Sol system. These strange objects have been flagged as alpha aliens until we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. And a contact report is that we've encountered enigmatic spacefarers. Despite their intentions being unknown and potentially even hostile, the atmosphere on Earth following the report from our contact fleet can be best described as rapturous. So let's see what's going on there. Research the alpha aliens.
interesting. So you've already met some sort of extraterrestrial life.
I have.
What shape that takes, we will have to find out once your research project is finished. So it looks like I have uncovered some resources. I can start... Oh, I have sighted a comet. Small celestial object pronounced gaseous and particulate tails was recently observed in the Aethirova system. Its passing was uneventful. My people are saying it's a good omen, and I gained 40 influence, which is
Very
good.
good. Oh,
Yeah.
influence is excellent in the early
Yeah,
game.
it's very hard to get influence in the early game, actually. It's kind of a pain. I'm going to make sure my military fleet is docked, and can I...
So the UGA encounters extraterrestrial life years after they discover that it exists in the first place. Pretty good for them.
So, I have enigmatic spacefarers as well. I have, the Aethirova Concord has finally encountered fellow wanderers among the stars. We're also very happy about it. So, I'm assuming that what we have both run into are just gas grazers.
I would imagine.
Nothing super exciting, but we'll find out. Hopefully it's not like void clouds or crystalline entities or something actually dangerous, which would force us to build up our fleets very quickly here. Let's go ahead and tick it up to speed 2 for now.
Yeah, I'd say
Just to
speed 2 is pretty solid.
Do the okay, so I have an event chain that has popped up.
Anomaly found.
And also an anomaly. So, habitable world survey. We know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Ayal. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. So that's going to be again a quest chain where I go down and study a bunch of aliens. So on Frippit, my scientist has found a small cargo pod left to drift in space above the gas giant. It's been captured by the planet's gravity well and will eventually be pulled into its atmosphere. So let's find out what this thing is. I don't know if there's a hotkey for pause in multiplayer, but...
Oh, we'll find out here soon. All right, man.
So... we're researching the small cargo pod in orbit around this gas giant here.
Anomaly discovered. So, during the survey of our home system, we found something on Europa that did not match earlier observations made from our homeworld. Let's find out what that is.
Europa.
So Europa, a
Interesting.
moon of Jupiter.
One of the prime candidates in our solar system for human habitation, actually. So that is very interesting.
Indeed. Let's find out what this anomaly is.
My anomaly has finished researching. A discarded cargo pod was left by someone in the upper atmosphere of Frippit long ago. It has somehow escaped the notice of other spacefarers, and its decaying orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another few years. When the crew of the swoop unsealed the pod, they found a stash of alien jewelry made out of precious metals. So the Aethirova are now officially aware that there is intelligent alien life in the galaxy. Because we didn't make that shit.
That would be an ideal candidate for our first piece of short fiction
That,
or first audio log.
That will probably be my first story that I write, is about finding that cache of jewelry around the gas giant. That you will get to see the format we're aiming
Alrighty,
for.
the Tianki. The spaceborne life forms that we have encountered, our enigmatic spacefarers, are the Tianki. Human head of society research came to refer to them as such, so blame him. Are docile creatures. Capable of accessing some lower dimension of subspace, they roam from system to system with relative ease, though not nearly the same ease as human fleets. They graze on gases common to the upper layers of many gas giants. It's unlikely, to say the least, that this is their only food source, but intake of other nutrients has yet to be observed. They will rarely, if ever, attack, even when provoked. They can safely be ignored. So we've just discovered peaceful space Xenos.
Space cows.
Yep, indeed.
Yep. They're giant space cows. I think some of the event descriptions actually refer to them as space
Secrets
cows.
at the doorstep. The anomaly on Europa turned out to be a natural geometrical formation. It almost looks like a marker showing the way forward. The natural beauty of the universe can be quite astonishing. We should continue to investigate these sorts of anomalies whenever we get the chance. It will most assuredly grant us new knowledge and technology.
So, the humanity has found something on Europa that is clearly not artificial.
Yep.
Exciting times.
Exciting times indeed.
Alright, we have also gained the Tianki research. The diviners named the beings floating through the dark Tianki. We are to keep a respectful distance.
I made it off to work. I'll be back in a couple
Okay.
hours. I've set up Dylan with chat.
Alright,
you can
cool.
all see.
So Chloe is out of here for now, and
I
we
am
will
now
be...
monitoring chat.
Back
we'll-
in a couple hours.
Yep, she'll be back in a couple hours, and we will be monitoring chat between the two of us as best as possible, while also playing the game. But if we do miss a question, just remember we will get to it eventually.
How is your home system as far as economics?
So far, we're heavy on energy, light on minerals.
That's funny. So far, almost every planet I've surveyed has minerals, and I've only got one energy.
I also have not been really doing any surface construction, which I probably should. I've already got a mining network, power plant. Pretty good setup here. I'm going to start building some hydroponic farms on my homeworld to accelerate growth of my population.
So I can already tell that the here we go, habitable world survey. We have same as you, basically
Same quest line,
text.
yeah.
And a commendable initiative.
A commendable initiative.
Indeed.
Pip pip. Quite commendable. How close is my science ship? Oh, here we go. Warping out for the first time. This
There
is
we
the
go.
first wormhole jump made by our species. So we are now in the Fulbadon system.
Congratulations.
Our first
And
jump
mine
into...
is doing the same thing. The Sol system is successfully surveyed, and let's see where the science ship here goes.
I think it actually generates, around Sol, it generates actual real stars. that are-
Barnard's Star.
Barnard Star and Alpha Centauri should be some of the first places you go.
I'm
love...
gonna rename my science ship. Oh, my science ship's name is Marco Polo. Okay, never mind.
That makes sense. That works.
It does. It does make sense.
Yeah, so I'm going to have a lot of energy early on. And okay, so this is an interesting quest line. I've seen this once before. Mass extinction. This massively changes the story of my race.
Does it?
Our first stumbling steps into the void beyond Ayal were not motivated solely by curiosity or a desire to conquer the unknown or a need to leave our mark on the galaxy. The biosphere of Ayal has undergone rapid changes in the past few centuries, and prominent scientists warn that Ayal may be faced with the beginnings of a mass extinction event. that cyclical purging of life that is inseparable from planetary existence in the greater cosmos. A research plan has been put together to study a number of planets rendered uninhabitable by major astronomical incidents or planet-bound catastrophes. We hope that by reconstructing these events, a similar fate may be avoided for Ayal and the Rashat race. It falls to you, as Inquisitor of the Aetheriva Concord, to ensure that this expedition is carried out. So, not only are they seeking the source of disharmony in the galaxy, it now turns out that through the procedural story the game has given us, they're also looking for a way to save their homeworld from ecological disaster.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Lorem Ipsum asks us. Wow, pause it real quick.
Sure.
Lorem Ipsum first asks us what ethics our leader has. So President Esteban Rodriguez is charismatic, minus 20% edict cost, plus 25% edict duration. That could be good if I need to. And ruler traits, expansionist, minus 15% frontier outpost build cost.
So my leader, he is resilient, so he has plus 25 years lifespan, and home in the sky, so minus 20 spaceport build cost and minus 20 spaceport module cost.
Okay, so here we go, guys. Pause again. We have an event happening here.
Okay.
My first battle is occurring as we speak. The Church of Light. Centuries ago, a group of radical priests and their devoted followers on Earth broke away from the established religions to form their own church. These extremists call themselves the Church of Light and have been responsible for many atrocities and acts of terror over the years. Interesting, very interesting. I'm going to definitely be writing a short story about this. Although they have kept a low profile in modern times, we recently learned that many of their agents have infiltrated our military. These renegades have secretly been diverting resources to the construction of a small fleet of starships at a hidden facility on Earth. When their treachery was revealed, the cultists blasted into orbit on their ships and fled to Venus. My first space battle is occurring as we speak. You can unpause it.
All right.
The UGA military has engaged the terrorists.
If you have the money, you might want to pump out a couple more Corvettes just to make sure that you...
I do, and I have.
Okay, cool. It's too bad that we don't have the media server set up.
It's okay, I'm recording on OBS, so this will be available on our YouTube channels.
Yes, it will. So my leader has gained a level, and he's gained the Roamer trait. This is Plume of Yellow, so he already had that trait. So it's just my scientist gaining a level. It looks like we have discovered a habitable world. There is a Tundra world, Fulbadon 3, in the Fulbadon system. So we are going to try to get New World's protocols going as quickly as possible so that we can colonize that. I'm also going to, once my construction ship is done with its station building, I'm going to build a wormhole station there so that we can try to meet up with the humans on the other side of...
Cultist ship disabled. Our
Nice.
valiant space forces have skillfully disabled a ship in the cultist armada. It's mostly intact, and we're picking up faint life signs from inside the hull. Once we've eliminated all threats in the immediate vicinity, we should conduct a boarding operation to secure any survivors. They may be able to tell us more about the ultimate motives of the Church of Light.
So yeah, I think you have to send a ground army to orbit that ship to get the next step of the quest.
And I will do so.
Yep.
Go my heroic, and I'm going to research some debris, and unfortunately I have to wait a little bit to rebuild the damage that they caused. They destroyed a mining station. Kind of sucks. All right.
Yeah.
Have we already decided who's going to stab each other in the back, or is it just going to be whoever gets a good opportunity to make the sense story-wise? We might not stab each other in the back at all.
Our entire foreign policy is going to be based on RP. So if it comes up that a war needs to happen between our two civilizations, it will happen. If it never comes up, it might not. We'll definitely keep in mind, though, what is going to make an interesting story. So... That will be our prime driving motive for when we go to war, who do we go to war with, who we make allies with, and all that good stuff. We will not be playing strategically as much as we will be playing using the logic of the people who would be living in this universe at the time. So we found another world here, but it's not habitable to us. It's tropical. Quanaga 2.
Alright, now I'm going to send my newly repaired fleet to check out what's going on with these scumbags. Church of Light terrorists.
Whoops. I accidentally clicked off my exploration queue for my science ship.
System survey complete.
So I'm just going to queue these orders back up. So how do you foresee the Church of Light fitting into the greater UGA storyline that we've kind of established ahead of time?
If you would pause, I can read.
Okay.
Boarding action. Although the survivors offered stiff resistance, our boarding party was able to secure several prisoners from the disabled cultist starship. From what they have learned, that this conspiracy goes far deeper than we initially suspected. The agents of the Church of Light include several flag officers and high-ranking officials within our government. Mass arrests are being made on Earth, and all assets belonging to this cult have been seized. However, several of the starships they built in secret remain unaccounted for, and the upper echelon of the cult's leadership has vanished. We've picked up faint ion trails leading to several outlying systems. We must pursue these terrorists.
Interesting. So they're actually using FTL to flee the bounds of the law, is what it sounds like.
They are. And now I must queue up my my orders again for my science ship.